We have had a chance to meet 6 of our semifinalists, and now it's time to talk with the other 6. And I am going to start with you, Miss Switzerland. Would you come out to me? She is Lolita Morena, age 22, student at the University of Geneva. A university student studying what?
I'm studying Egyptology.
Egyptology?
Yeah.
In reading the classified ads, I see no mention of Egyptologists. What does an Egyptologist do?
Okay, do you know what is an archaeologist?
An archaeologist, I do.
Okay, right. So it's the same thing, but only about Egypt.
And so you will end up in only Egypt? I mean, you would not be an archaeologist in other countries? Is that why you...
No, I would like to go only to Egypt because it's a marvelous civilization. I think we have a lot to learn from that civilization.
Indeed, we do. Now, I have heard you doing a lot of interpreting here in the last week. How many languages do you speak?
I speak 5 languages.
What are they?
Thank you.
That applause was started by 5 different people who speak different languages.
Okay, it's English a little bit, like you can hear, and
English
French
is
is my mother language, Italian, Spanish, and German.
You speak German?
Yeah.
Now, you know, in St. Louis, there are also many, many people of German extraction. And would you like to wind up your interview? Would you like to wind up your interview with a tremendous reaction from the audience? Let me tell you what to do.
Okay.
In German, you say, the Cardinals are going to take it all. Just a moment.
Die Cardinals are the next Gewinner.
There you are. Thank you, Miss Switzerland. If the Dodgers are watching, I'm only kidding up here. You know that. Miss Spain. Ana Isabel Herrero, age 18, and in your bio it said that you are studying flying and that you want to make aviation your career. Is that right?
Right.
And how far along are you in your studies? Have you soloed?
I speak English.
You don't speak English?
No.
Do you want an interpreter?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you spoke English. Yes. Would one of you come out here now? I have Miss Spain. Oh, boy, I'm in trouble now here. Hermano is back. Now, ask her if it's true that she wants to study flying and make aviation a career.
¿Es cierto que usted quiere estudiar piloto y hacer de la aviación una carrera?
Sí, me gusta mucho la aviación y me gustaría ser instructor de vuelo de ultraligeros y avionetas.
Yes, I like aviation very much. I would like to be instructor for pilots.
And tell her also that I have read in her bio that horseback riding is her hobby. Has she seen the famous St. Louis Clydesdales?
Ha leído que usted también le gusta montar a caballo. ¿Y ha oído hablar sobre los famosos Clydesdale de San Luis?
Sí, sí que los he oído hablar y los he visto. Estuve el otro día viéndolos en la cervecería.
Yes, she's heard about them, and she's also seen them the other day.
What did she think of them?
¿Qué pensó de ellos?
Me gustaron mucho, estaban bastante fuertes.
She liked it very much, and they were real strong.
They are very strong. That's all that beer they drink. Of course they're strong. Yeah. Thank you very much, Miss Spain. Thank you, sir. You've seen her score, and we'll continue with Miss England, who is Karen Moore, 21, from Portsmouth, a model. And her career ambition is to become a television presenter. Now, I'm a television presenter. I present refrigerators and I present motorcycles, but I'll bet in England, a television presenter is a different thing.
Yes, a television presenter is similar to, well, it's the same as your job. It involves appearances on television.
It involves what?
Appearances on television.
Well, my job involves appearances on television. Some people ignore them, but it involves that.
Yes, that's right. In England, you would be classed as a television presenter. I think over here you call it a personality, television personality, so I'm told.
I see. Now, you are also very, very proud. I understand you're very proud of your green beret.
Yes, I am indeed. In England we have, it's a very high honour to have a Green Beret, and I'm one of very few ladies who have it. It involved a year of work all over Europe and most of England, and it's very strenuous work. Not many women do it, but it was given to me as a challenge, so I'm pleased to have it.
What kind of work did you have to do to become a Green Beret?
Well,
What are some of the things you did?
Well, I went to North Norway and I went up into the field, which is the snow, with rucksacks on my back, and I did training and
With what on your back?
rucksacks.
Rucksacks on your
Yes,
back?
and I did snow skiing, and they taught me to do parachuting and all sorts of things.
It was very good training for rehearsals here in St. Louis, wasn't it?
Yes, it was indeed. I certainly needed it.
Thank you, Miss England. You will see her score at home, but we do not see it in the theater. We are now going to talk with Miss Finland. Miss Finland is Nina Ricola. She's 20. She's a model. You are a model, but your job as Miss Finland is full-time now, isn't it?
Yes, I'm professional model now in Finland, and I have to travel a lot and meet people and modeling.
Now, I'm sure that people here in the United States who are watching us and all over the world, they're curious just what, when you represent your country, what sort of duties do you have? What are your duties?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
What do you do as Miss Finland in representing your country? What is your job? What do you do? You do interviews?
Yes,
Make
sometimes.
appearances?
Sometimes, and modeling and photographs and something like that.
Now, you have a pen pal here, do you not?
Yes, I have.
Tell our audience about that.
She's now here somewhere. I don't know where.
But how long has she been your pen pal?
11 years.
And how did you two start writing?
It was one magazine in Finland, and I found her name, and I tried to try.
And now you've met her here as a result of the pageant.
Yes,
I
4
think that's
times.
wonderful. And also, if you young men would like to meet or have a pen pal who looks like Miss Finland, send me your name, your address, and $10. And I'll do what I can for you. Thank you, Miss Finland. And now, Miss USA, would you come out here? She is Julie Hyatt. Miss USA is 22. She lives in La Cañada, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. She's a senior at UCLA, and she's a pre-dental major. And I had the pleasure of crowning you about 2 months ago, and what have your adventures been since?
Oh boy, I've been traveling throughout the United States. I've already been to 7 different cities, and I've worked with Special Olympics since then.
And have you spent much time in New York, where I know you're going to live now?
I live in New York now, so I have.
You have indeed. Now, you are going to become a dentist, and you have rather elaborate plans for your office, I hear.
Oh,
Why
I
don't you
do.
tell me about those?
Okay, I have 2 plans. First is I'm going to take care of my female clientele by having male dental assistants work for me.
Of course.
And then my second plan is my dental offices could be in the shape of a horseshoe, where I'll have all the chairs facing inward towards a garden, where I'll have small animals.
What kind of animals?
Probably rabbits, animals that I can take care of in a small garden.
And of course, you are going to help control the pet population, have them all spayed or neutered.
That's right.
Yes.
I will.
Thank you, Miss USA.
Thank you.
Miss Germany is Loana Radecki. She's 20. She lives in Berlin, and you want an interpreter, don't you? Yes. Would you come help us, please? Would you ask her, what does she do in Berlin? What is her job?
I'm a legal assistant.
What did you get her out here for now, if you're going to speak English with me?
I think when I'm nervous, I understand nothing.
Well, you understood that, so you must not be nervous. You're a legal secretary?
Assistant, yes.
Legal assistant. What sort of things do you do? What is your job? More details about her job.
Worin besteht Ihr Beruf, Ihr Job? Wo arbeiten Sie?
Über wie eine Schreibmaschine schreiben.
Well, her job mostly consists of typing.
I see. Ask her if since she's been in the United States, if she's seen The Price is Right.
Haben Sie gesehen, The Price is Right, seitdem Sie in den Vereinigten Staaten sind?
Verstehe nicht.
Das ist
I I think that was a mistake. I should never have asked that question. I don't.
Der Emmett wird.
Nein. Sorry.
9 is no, isn't it? Tell her that the Price is Right is one of our cultural, it's a very important cultural thing.
Es ist eine besondere Kulturleistung der Vereinigten Staaten. Das müssen Sie sich unbedingt ansehen.
Ich werde es mir beim nächsten Mal sofort ansehen.
Next time I'm going to look at it right away.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The interview competition among our 12 semifinalists has now been completed. You have seen and heard just what our judges observed. How about it? Does your opinion agree with theirs? Well, either way, there's more competition ahead.
Begins at a very early age. So does the effort and the preparation. And with that in mind, you're going to see a new stepping stone for some young ladies when CBS brings you the first Miss Teen USA pageant live from Lakeland, Florida on Tuesday night, August 30th. And we are most pleased that the mayor of Lakeland, Mr. Frank O'Reilly, is with us tonight. The first of this evening's stepping stones, however, at our pageant for our semifinalists was the interview competition, and our judges have just voted first place to, let me see, Miss Ireland was first place, second place was Miss Switzerland, and in third place was Miss New Zealand. Now, coming up next, a song from one of television's most popular and handsome stars, John Schneider. Right after this,